Lost hiker finds old subway entrance in the middle of the woods, but what she discovered underground shocked her. Emily had been walking for hours, lost in the forest. Her phone was dead, her throat dry, and her legs tired. Just when she was about to give up, she saw something strange, an old subway entrance hidden under vines and moss. It looked abandoned. The tiles were cracked, and the metal gate hung loose. Curious but cautious, Emily stepped closer. It felt out of place. She hesitated, but curiosity pulled her in. She walked down the cold, concrete stairs into the dark. The deeper she went, the colder and darker it became. She used a small flashlight she found in her pocket. The tunnel was silent. Suddenly, she felt lost again. Every turn looked the same. Panic hit her as she realized she couldn't find the way out. She ran, crying, until she saw a small light in the distance. Without thinking, she followed it. What it led to was impossible to believe. Emily followed the light, hoping it would lead her out. Her heart was pounding. Her legs felt weak, but she kept going. The light grew brighter. It came from a small room at the end of the tunnel. She stepped inside and froze. In the center of the room was an old chest. It was covered in dust and had strange carvings on it. Emily looked around. The room was silent. The air smelled like old books and damp stone. She slowly walked toward the chest. Her hands shook as she opened the lid. Inside, she found old letters, black and white photos, and strange objects. Everything looked very old but carefully placed. Emily picked up a photo. It showed a young couple standing by a train. She didn't know them, but something about the photo felt personal. She unfolded one of the letters. The handwriting was neat and beautiful. The letter spoke about love, loss, and a journey that ended underground. Each item seemed to tell a story. Emily forgot her fear. She sat down and began to read more letters. Some talked about hiding secrets. Others spoke of people who had disappeared. One letter caught her eye. It mentioned a safe room built to hide during the war. Emily looked around. Could this be that room? She spent hours going through the chest. It felt like she was living someone else's life. But somehow, it brought her peace. She no longer felt afraid. After a while, Emily stood up. She put everything back in the chest and closed the lid gently. She turned to leave, but noticed a narrow passage she hadn't seen before. She followed it. The air felt fresher. The path started to go upward. Soon, Emily saw daylight. She stepped out of the tunnel and into the forest. The sun was rising. Birds were singing. She was safe. She looked back at the entrance. It didn't scare her anymore. It was no longer just a place where she got lost. It was a place where she found something special. Days later, Emily returned with a notebook. She began to write down everything she had found, the stories, the names, the hidden room. She wanted others to know. Emily had gone into the dark alone. But she came back with something bright, hope, memories, and a story worth telling.